So what's an integrator, and what does an integrator do for your business when you find the right one? Hey guys, I'm Dan Beer here, Beer Home Team eXp Realty, and an integrator is the reason, the person that enables something like this to happen. It's the reason why being here on a 4-day, 3-night vacation with my team members, mind you, with my executive team, with operations people, with agents, we're still able to sell now upwards of 20 houses and running back at home with everything running the right way and running smooth. The integrator is the reason why. So I want to talk to you about what is an integrator. This is a high and typically much more expensive, right? Like there's more financial resources you have to dedicate to this person than what most of us in the real estate space are used to. So if you've read the book Rocket Fuel, you know that it talks about the visionary and the integrator and the relationship between the two. But there's not a lot of people I see in the real estate space that genuinely have bought into that, except for if you look at the businesses that are just doing this. So let's just go back to the beginning and I'll loop back this way, all right? When we go back to 2015, I was in a space where I had an admin that it felt like I was having to drag with me, meaning it felt like I needed to, I hired her to where the business was at versus where the business was going. And because I hired her where the business is at, I found myself in a constant state of trying to change her, of trying to give her a book to read, take her to a seminar, put stuff in front of her, like just constantly trying to it felt like I was pulling her with me. And the big change in the business was when I said, I'm sick of that, no more. Like I'm absolutely sick and tired of this. And I went ahead and went on a search for my integrator. Now, speaking of going on searches, I hear a lot of people say like, man, I've been looking for this position or my ISA or my integrator for, a month now and I can't find it. There's no one out there for me. Hold on a second. Hiring someone that's going to make an impact in your business, if you think a month is a long time, like you're out of touch with what it takes to find the right people. Okay, so that's just aside in case you're in that space. But anyway, I went on a search and it took me many months to find the right person. Mine came from my sphere of influence and particularly from a vendor. So I reached out to my vendors. One of my vendors knew of somebody that was at a company that was in an industry that was winding down. That was the REO servicing space, and told me there's an amazing operations person there that because of the nature of that just entire industry going dormant, they could be a potentially good fit. Okay, we didn't just interview once. We interviewed, two office visits, a coffee shop visit, dinner together. And then I took her and another finalist that I went through the same process with, and I sent them to a mentor of mine who then did a final interview, gave me his notes, and then I made the final decision. So here's the thing I want to leave you with. What happened when we hired this person? And I'll be sure to describe a little bit better what this person does. What happened when we hired this person is, granted, 3 times the investment financially in terms of salary, bonuses, benefits, all that I was used to from my admin. But here's what happened. After paying all expense, like after the salary, after the investment, the business netted about $450,000 more than what it had done a year prior. We did about $1 million in GCI more than what it had done a year prior. And again, that net profit after the investment. More importantly, though, we walk away from just the money side. That's a lot less important, especially where I'm at. Like I'm in a place where I value time tremendously. Because of that hire in 2015 is why I'm able to be here, not just me, but with my team members, with our agents, with our staff, not everybody having to check their phone constantly, with things running in the background, with phones being answered, with an org chart that makes sense, with succession built into it, with a real business. Here's what I find, speaking of real businesses. I find that a lot of agents are confused as far as what a business truly is. It is not collecting a bunch of leads and salespeople, 1099 salespeople. What it is having an operations team, operations platform, which you will make tremendous ROI on, better than any farm or Facebook lead or PPC lead or, this, that, or the other shiny stuff that all of us agents are trying to go after. It's an operations team that can help you land major accounts like Zillow Flex because they're an operation, they're a business. And they understand that you need to have actual systems, a business platform. See, a lot of agents take a lot of, aspiring team leaders start bringing agents onto a platform that doesn't exist, and it falls apart. By the way, I'm going to be in Nashville, July 30th and 31st, alongside John Cheplack, alongside my integrator, Laura, alongside our executive team, our top producing agent. And we are going to deep dive for 2 days on every system that runs our business, on every single system that could allow us to be here in Cabo. Let's see if you can, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the ocean. Every system that allows us to be able to be here in Cabo while everything is operating smoothly back at home. And it's just amazing how little investment of time and energy a lot of people are willing to make into the operation side of the business. And then they talk about being team leaders and visionaries and, all this, but also look around. There's also a very clear reason why so many businesses consistently implode and have to be rebuilt. The business is simple, okay? You have to have a strong economic structure that actually produces profit. And if you have that, and if you have the right amount of the right ratio, right, from leads to agents to inside sales, all of which are completely meaningless if it's not living on an operations platform, real systems and processes that can duplicate, that can run without you having to have your finger on everything. That is pretty much the entire business. So yeah, we pay attention to ISAs, we pay attention to leads, we pay attention to agents. Are you paying attention to operations? I'll leave you with this quick thought. We just did a mastermind, my network group. We just did a mastermind in Vita Guadalupe, and Mark Gelman, who was the number 3 Coldwell Banker agent in North America, okay, prior to joining our group, $200 million producer. His entire talk was on operations. His entire talk was on how he is operations obsessed. But look, there's also no wonder why he has the business that he has. So are you building a collection of people that are just agents running around doing random things? Or are you building a business, an operations platform? That's what we're going to go through in literally all detail. We call it the operations playbook. It's going to be in Nashville, July 30th and 31st. If you can join us, great. If you can't, great. Hopefully this video is at least helpful in getting you thinking about where your time, energy, resources should be focused as we move into Q3. Because moving into Q3, what are those things that you're going to focus on to build a true business platform and not just a collection of 1099 individual, independent contractors that are just doing a whole bunch of stuff that they probably don't even want to be doing, which is why they eventually leave, because you don't have the operations team to handle all of the stuff that an agent truly doesn't want to be doing. And so it's the deepest that I've ever gone. I don't know if I'll ever go this deep again in terms of literally every internal system in our business, everything. To give you a little flavor for it, what we're going to do, and by the way, it's theoperationsplaybook.com if you want to check it out, theoperationsplaybook.com. We're going to talk about the integrator visionary roles and relationship, the leadership team structure, okay, so for a business that will actually scale and operate without you having to have your finger in everything, job titles, descriptions, accountabilities, compensation per role, showing agent program, everything about our showing agent program. Everything we do, let me tell you what we're obsessed with. What can we take off the agent's plate so that all they do is sell? What we do, that's what we're going to bring you in Nashville. So the detailed splits and our economic structure and exactly how our model is built so that it can produce profit, 7-figure profit, moving on multi-7-figure profit now. So we're going to go through that in full detail. You're going to have our 2-page business plan, our annual review process, our daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual meeting rhythm so that everyone in the business is moving in the same direction at the same pace. The agenda behind those meetings. Zillow Flex, the systems and operations behind it for optimizing it, for capturing guys, it's going to be lights out. I'm going to end the video July 30th and 31st. I hope to see you in Nashville, theoperationsplaybook.com. You're going to see, of course, I'll be there, but I'm going to be alongside my integrator, Laura Branca. Best in the business, period. Think about a world in which you can dream it up. And then this integrator role, this person, what this person does, integrates all of your ideas into the organization and builds systems around it. Now, I already misspoke because I said all of your ideas. The other thing this person does is filters out the ones that just don't fit, that are going to get you going in this direction and that direction and never capturing what in the book Good to Great they call the flywheel effect of moving in one constant direction. But even when moving in one constant direction, there's course correction that has to take place, and there's evolution and there's change. And so this integrator is just so critical because I am truly free to think and to create while she implements and gets it all integrated into the business through marketing, sales, operations, right? Listing management, transaction management, all of the departments that run a real estate business and any business really. So guys, that's food for thought. If you're joining us in Nashville, awesome. If not, at least get yourself immersed in these ideas. Start challenging your mindset. Stop thinking about hiring the least expensive person and try to hire the person for where you're headed, for where you're going, the one that will provide the most ROI. And I hope that any of this is helpful to you. I will see some of you in Nashville. And if not, heck, I'll see some of you on my next video. We'll keep dropping as much as we possibly can right here for the benefit of this group. We'll see you guys. Hey, let me know what you thought about that in the comments below. And if you want to download my 29-page business plan sharing the fundamental building blocks of building the $7 million plus gross to commission income business we have here in real estate, go to agentacademy.com.